You're in Braves country. You're in Braves country.
Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks, changing speeds east and west, a gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright, the father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play, Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones, Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts, a plenty from Strider, the quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez, Javi to B-Mac, Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog, he won 355, could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking, the top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy, the big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler, Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Wieren, Skip Carey 2, Don Ernie Joe The tales from the booth. W is Warren, spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young, the game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying, it felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee, to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee.
me. You can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes.
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Reed. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Play ball!
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Keep playing like this, will be the laughing stock of the league.
All right, boys, let's get back to basics. This is a baseball. The object of the game is to keep the baseball within the confines of the...
You're in Braves country.
Well, the season's finally here, and the players...
Hey, football fans, you ready for the gridiron? Thursday and Friday mornings, the Armchair Quarterback Show returns, 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll be talking college and NFL football, the point spreads, fantasy football advice, and more. Want to catch it live? Become a Country Club member today here on Braves Country Radio. We'll make the replay available to the public later on that day, as we're being broadcasted nationwide on independent radio stations. As a member catching it live, you can ask your questions. We'll answer all. Point spread advice, player props, your fantasy football questions. It's the Armchair Quarterback Show, Thursday and Friday mornings this fall here on Braves Country Radio.
The armchair quarterback, he's full of beer and he's full of snacks. The all-American man.
Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Here's your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing left field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Jurickson Profar. 4 home runs, 12 RBI, 2 stolen bases, bang 236. Batting second, playing first, Matt Olson. 18 home runs, 68 RBI, a .259 average. Drake Baldwin is your designated hitter with 11 home runs, 41 RBI. He's batting third with a .279 average. Batting cleanup behind home plate, Sean Murphy. 16 home runs, 42 RBI, a .224 clip. Michael Harris II is patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves. 9 home runs, 50 RBI, 12 stolen bases, batting .236. And Ozzie Albies is batting sixth and playing second. He's got 9 home runs, 43 RBI, 10 stolen bases, batting .226. Batting seventh, playing right, Eli White. 6 home runs, 24 RBI, 7 stolen bases, batting .249. Nacho Alvarez is batting eighth and a .212 average. No RBI, no home runs. Nick Allen batting ninth. Nat Short, he's got 18 RBI, 6 stolen bases, batting .225. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves, it's Joey Wentz. He's 2-2 with a 5.02 ERA and a 1.44 WHIP. 52 innings, 49 hits allowed, 49 strikeouts, 26 walks, and a 6 home run serve. He'll be going head-to-head with Freddie Peralta. 12-5 with a 3.08 ERA and a 1.13 WHIP. 125 innings, 96 hits allowed, 134 strikeouts, 46 walks, and 15 home runs given up. Milwaukee Brewers were extremely late getting their lineup in, so we'll go over it as the game goes along. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it's Malachi Moore. Your first base umpire, Andy Fletcher. Second base will be manned by Jansen Visconti, and down the third base line, it's Austin Jones. Game time temperatures here at Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia, are expected to be about 72 degrees, with the wind blowing out to right at about 8 miles an hour. Your Atlanta Braves, underdogs, plus 129 on the money line. The over-under is 7.5. Milwaukee minus 141. Our pick to click tonight, we'll go to the well one more time. Give me Matt Olson. He's 3 for 9 lifetime with a home run versus tonight's starter. Other guys who have faced Peralta in their career, Profar 1 for 7, Smurf 1 for 4, Harris 1 for 2, Ozzie Albies 1 for 14. Oof. Might have been a good night to put Luke Williams at second. Olson, the only one who has gone yard. Allen, Alvarez, and Baldwin, for obvious reasons, have never faced Peralta. We'll take your Atlanta Braves to win a low-scoring, tight one. 2 pitchers, one who's pitched well all season and another who's pitched well since he's come to Atlanta. Give me your Atlanta Braves to scratch out a few runs. We'll go very similar to last night, a 2-run win for the Braves this time, winning 4-2. American Rebel Beer, keys to the game tonight. It's going to be all about Joey Wentz. He went into the 7th last time versus the Royals, much lighter hitting group, but he got 7 strikeouts. If he can give us 5, we'll be thrilled and keep the ball out of play. I like Joey Wentz to go over his strikeout mark. You're getting the plus side of it at over 5.5. But I expect him to go 5, maybe even 6 innings tonight, give up a run, maybe 2, and punch out maybe even a snowman. Outside of that, the Braves offense, I just don't have a lot of faith in it tonight versus Peralta. He has been very, very good. Now, the one thing is he's much better at home. So we'll see if that plays into it tonight. But you just look at these guys, they're swinging early and often. It's almost like they just are going through the motions some nights. And then other nights they're out there fighting and grinding, so we don't know which Braves team we're going to get. They had a good night's rest after that debacle of a road trip to Cincinnati, to Bristol, and back to Atlanta with no days off. So maybe they'll come out fresh, and maybe they'll come out ready to play good baseball. We've set the next couple of double headers up with show cards and links, so make sure to keep track of those as we continue to bring you every pitch of your Atlanta Braves the rest of the way. We do have the one game that we are taking off. It's our draft day, and it's kind of when I essentially celebrate my birthday, and that's the first Saturday into the college football season, Labor Day weekend. It's going to be going up against a ton of college football, so we weren't that concerned about missing it. But we will be here for the Sundays. We'll be here for the Sundays when the NFL gets here. For those of y'all who are not football fans, we're going to be here for you. For those that like them both, jump back and forth. We understand these games aren't as meaningful as they have been in previous falls. We're going to continue to bring you those, or we're going to continue to bring you doubleheaders throughout the week. No real sense of trying to do a doubleheader on a football weekend in the fall, but we're going to do as many doubleheaders as we can squeeze in going into August and into September in the middle of the week. And some of them that I've looked at that we haven't even announced yet, they're pretty interesting ones because you've got playoff pushes going all around, and there's one, I believe it's in August, and the Brewers are at the Cubs on a Monday matinee that'll lead into a Braves doubleheader. That ought to be a fun one. We are going to bring you Angels Dodgers next week, and then the Padres Dodgers, one of the best rivalries in baseball right now. That's next Friday. Don't forget, Marlins doubleheader with the Braves this Saturday. Starts at 1 o'clock, and it's a true twin bill split doubleheader, as the second one isn't until that evening. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving.
Stop.
Come back.
Too late.
Roll call. Yeah. Roll call.
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, Braves Country. How the hell are you? Hope y'all are having a fabulous Tuesday night here in August. We're going to do our best to make it just a little bit better. All right, let's get to it. Let's see who's kicking around here in the chat. What we're going to start doing here in the near future, just didn't think to do it today, but we had talked about it off air. You're going to see me put some kind of a text in the chat, and that's where I'm going to start calling from. That way I don't have to scroll through the entire thing because it takes much longer because people chat many times at the very beginning. It's harder to read through it, so you'll figure it out as you go. Good to see you. Who's in the chat here today? George Pearson, Royal PETA, Iron Lung, Braden Quinn, George Pearson, Country Club member, PETA Country Club member. Kay is here. Mark Ricky Ricardo, Country Club member. Who else do we have in here? Everybody loves Raymond Lovelace. He's in the CC. PETA, thank you for your contribution. See who else we have in here. We got Country Club member B.A. Baracus, Brian Andrews. We got Justin Green, Braden, JC here in the CC. I don't think I've seen you here at Roll Call here in a while. You must have hit your head and forgot how bad our record is. Uncle Charlie Fritz in the CC. Who else do we have here? Tree Nug. Good to see you in the CC. Robert in the CC. Anyone checked on Straight Shooters? He doing okay? I caught bits and pieces of a text that he put in a few days ago. He's having a rough time here today. Gary the Real McCoy in the CC. We also got Handle Truth, James Fisher. My man Nathaniel Brooks in the Country Club. Ron Harrell. That may be just about it. Iron Lung. I think I already got you earlier. All right. Good to see you, Nathaniel. I thought I already said you, but okay. Good to see you, Nathaniel. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We come back. We'll get you set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. And I haven't checked, but everything was pointing to not being a rain delay today. That there was a threat of it earlier in the week. Let me double check. Let me do that when we go to break. Y'all don't need to sit here in silence while I scroll through my phone. We'll be back in a flash. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder Disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Welcome in, Braves country. We're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Coast is clear, so we should be ready to roll. They were threatening rain. Man, if you read any of the posts from the writers Sunday and Monday, they didn't think we were going to play this series at all. Atlanta Braves are wearing their home whites, top to bottom, Braves across the chest, tomahawk underneath, all in red outlined in navy, including the piping down the middle of the jersey and on the sides of the jersey pants. On the back, the same with the names, with the numbers. The names are in navy. Navy ball cap, red bill, and the white A representing the city of Atlanta. Milwaukee Brewers are rocking their road unis, gray with navy jerseys, gray pants. Milwaukee across the chest in gold. And they'll have the classic Milwaukee Brewers ball cap, one of the best logos in all of sports. The M and the B creating a ball and a glove. You never paid attention to that. You have to look closely, but that's what that is for. We're going to go ahead and put the card up to keep the screen from jiggling on you. As soon as they're ready to roll, we'll be ready to roll. Pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. I'm always doing like 19 things at once, but I saw y'all talking about something. I thought I saw John. Good to see you, John. I don't think I got you in the pregame. Tim's in here. Good to see you. Thought I saw y'all talking about fantasy football. The football show starts back I'm so used to doing them on Saturdays. It's Thursday and Friday this fall, 9 a.m. Eastern. NFL on Thursdays, college football on Fridays. We'll be talking the lines, and then we're also going to be talking about, this week we'll be talking the futures until we get to the season. Over-unders on win totals and all that kind of stuff, and fantasy football for that matter. We'll talk quite a bit of fantasy football on the Friday show as well. As a guy that's doing the college football with me, he's been playing fantasy football at a pretty high level for quite some time. Joey Wentz is warming up. So we'll be doing both of them. So even though it's a college football show, there will be NFL talk on that college football show. Left-hander. Firing his last warm-up pitches. We're just about set. Not a huge crowd, but you can expect that in August. A lot of folks are getting their last travels in, and with the team that's not in first place or near it, be pretty similar to what we saw last night in the stands. This rings of old Fulton County Stadium kind of crowds. Well, that's what happens when you don't spend in the offseason, right? We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. The 3D is in motion much earlier than it normally is. And Joey Wentz comes set, the big southpaw looking in at Durbin, the right-hander. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch on the way is a fastball right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty-righty. Kicks and fires. Swing, chops it over to third. Nacho Alvarez has it. He flips it over to first, and it's a 5-3 putout. On the way. Left to right across the outfield tonight for your Atlanta Braves. The hometown boys will have Profar in left. Michael Harrison center, and Eli White in right field. Round the horn, third to first, it'll be Nacho Alvarez, Nick Allen, Ozzie Albies, and Olsen as the one-bagger. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball inside. It's 1-0. Sean Murphy is behind the plate. Contreras, the ex-Atlanta Brave, batting .257 with 9 home runs, 47 RBI. Swung on, fouls it back. 1-1. One count. Kicks and fires. Inside, 2-1. Braves nothing, Brewers nothing. Just getting going here in the top of the first inning. The 2-1 from Joey. Cutter down and in. Did he go around? They check down the line. And they say it is a strike, 2-2. Again, Wentz is coming in. His over-under tonight is 4.5 on the strikeout margin. The 2-2. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Right field. Eli has a beat on it. He'll make the catch, 2 down. Looked like he might have lost it at first and then had to dart at the last second. Sometimes when you get those gray clouds in the sky, you can lose, especially with the lights coming on, you can lose the baseball. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Sun is setting behind the hazy, overcast skies of Atlanta, Georgia. First pitch on the way to Christian Yelich. Right there at the knees, it's 0-1. Yelich had a very good career versus a few times he has seen Joey Wentz. The 1-0. Swing, chops it off the plate. It's 1-1. A lot of these Milwaukee Brewers have seen have seen Joey Wentz as he was in the Pittsburgh Pirates organization in the same division for a while. But he appears to be a much better pitcher. Not sure how they turned him around, but it looks like they may have. The 1-1, chops a foul, 1-2. 1-2 count. Yelich, 21 home runs on the year. Wentz brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the nasty curveball falling off the table, and that'll end the inning. Brewers go down. 1, 2, 3. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
You won't let me draft the players I want to play. It's fantasy football, so the Hulk should be able to be on the team.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
So I am Gen X, and my retirement plan is to pass away. So I'm not sure how many other Gen X people have that as their retirement goal, but I know that I will be working one day and fall over dead, and that's how it goes.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by The Best Things in Life, which are still free with minimum purchase at participating dealers.
Let me tell you something. If the U.S. government decides to stick a tracking device up your ass, you say thank you and God bless America.
It's the game my father taught me how to play. It's time I saw things on a level plane. Something was rolling towards me, and it said Spalding on it. I picked it up. Instinctually, we push it back. In those days, those summer days became fall days, became our Sundays together with my brothers and I, and my dad whipping off his wicked curve. I just remember how my hands hurt. At first, as I was afraid of the ball and his coaching, keep your shoulder in there. Don't bail out. It's not going to hurt you, and that's what I remember.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today, youtube.com/@Braves Country. Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Jurickson Profar from Freddie Peralta is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Profar led off yesterday's game with the solo shot, and that was all we did last night as we lost 3-1, the 1-0. Cork screws it down the third baseline. This is going to be a tough throw. Infield single for Profar to get things going here in the bottom of the first.
Well, the Jerks start calling. They're running out of you.
It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
Just kind of fisted it towards the third base side, and they were playing him to pull, so it was an easy, breezy infield single for Profar. First pitch to Matt Olson is a swing and a miss. High heat. It's 0-1. What you'll get from Peralta tonight is a 4-pitch mix is the 0-1. Misses high and outside 1. He throws a 4-seamer 56% of the time. A changeup and curve at 35% of the time combined. As the 1-1 swung on and fouled straight back, changeup 1-2. And he's got a show me slider. Throws it in about 8 to 9% of the time just to keep you honest. Left to right across the outfield for the Milwaukee Brew Crew. Yelich in left, Perkins in center, and Collins in right. The 1-2. Swing, swats that back foul. We'll do it again. Peralta, pretty good strikeout rate, so expect some strikeouts tonight. I believe his over-under was 5.5. Didn't jot that one down. I believe that's what it was. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. There's one for him. Round the horn for the Milwaukee Brewers. It's Durbin to Ortiz to Terang to Vaughn on the 5-6-4-3. Jansen is behind the plate with Contreras as the designated hitter. Designated hitter for the Braves tonight is Drake Baldwin. He stands at the plate, and the first pitch on the way is a curveball. Down and away. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. Swing. Court screws that down the third base line, and that's going to be a fair ball. Holy Toledo. We're living right tonight, baby. Let's go. 2 infield singles.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
And both of them, I mean, within a hair of going foul. That one actually touched the third base bag as it jumped over as a fair ball. So we haven't hit the ball out of the infield yet, but we've got 2 on and 1 out. Sean Murphy, your batter. Mr. Streaky stands in. The 224 average. First pitch on the way is a 4-seamer inside. He has to bend out of the way. It's 1-0. We'll go ahead and pull the screen back for you. Infield back into the left, but in double play depth, the 1-0. Down and in 2-0. We are going to attempt that double link again here in the near future. We'll talk about that on the next Braves Country today. Some of the other ideas that we have for the country club going into 2026, we're going to experiment the tail end here. The 2-0 inside. I mean, my God, that pitch was at least 3 inches inside. Malachi Moore, man, he'll have you holding your head by the end of the game. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. That one would have been a strike, 2-2. Braves nothing, Brewers nothing, bottom of the first inning. Sean Murphy with the 2-2 count, pitch high and out of the zone. Ball 3, full count. Michael Harris II stands on deck. Ozzie Albies in the hole. If they keep the line moving, you'd have Eli, then Nacho, then Allen. The payoff, and Peralta spun around real quick, hoping to catch Profar's hand in the cookie jar. There's only one out, so I don't know why he thought he may be going. Third baseman is way off the bag. The payoff, swing and a miss, strike 3. Sean Murphy cannot lay off that inside pitch, and he missed it every single time. No, his wheelhouse is inside, but that's a little bit under his hands, and Peralta. And an honest engine, if Malachi Moore hadn't had that horrific first strike call, he may not have been as quick to swing at it. Michael Harris comes to the plate, looks at the pitch well off the plate, and he went around. They checked down the line, looked like he did. It's 0-1. Harris, he was hot for 4 or 5 days there. Now he's back into his old things. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, chasing one out of the zone. It's 0-2. Peralta now just playing mind games with them. 2 on, 2 out, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild here in the bottom of the first. A broken batter, anything would score a run. Harris, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew his doors off, my word. He'll go back to the drawing board, maybe even to Gwinnett one day. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Hey, does anybody else drive home fast as hell after work like they're running late for the house? Or is it just me?
Have you heard the story of Pete Gray? If not, you're about to hear one of the most inspirational stories in baseball history. He grew up in a poor family where all the children would have to work to bring in additional income after they finished the 8th grade. At the age of 6, he fell off the running board of a truck he hopped on and got his right arm caught in the spokes of the wheel. Due to the severity of his injury, doctors weren't able to save his arm and he would have to have it amputated. His injury didn't change the fact he was in love with baseball, and it didn't deter him from his dreams of playing Major League Baseball. To learn to hit, he practiced for hours with a stick and rock. For fielding, he would spend many hours practicing transferring the ball from his glove to his hand. He put a lot of work in a weight training program so his left arm could swing a heavy 38-ounce bat. In his first taste of professional baseball, he hit .381 in 42 games in the Canadian American League. Over the next 2 seasons across higher levels, he continued to get better, even hitting .333 with 68 stolen bases in 1944. In 1945, his contract was purchased for $20,000 by the St. Louis Browns. In 77 games that season, he batted .218 with 51 hits, 13 RBIs, and 5 stolen bases. Even though his time in the majors was short, what an inspiration for anyone who plays the game.
The only time I ever was embarrassed about baseball had little to do with being a girl. It had to do with the fact that when I went to Harvard, for a while I had a boyfriend who was somewhat snobby. And he came from a family that was a real intellectual family, and I'd gone to dinner at his house, and all night I was mesmerized by their talking about literature and history and how learned they all were. The next night, this young man came to my house, and my father talked the whole night about baseball. My boyfriend didn't care at all about baseball. And I remember for the first time looking at my father and thinking, this is narrow what we do here. This isn't as broad as my boyfriend's life. And the next morning, waking up feeling so guilty, and in the end, I got rid of the boyfriend.
Let's get back to it, Braves Country. First pitch on the way from Joey Wentz is a cutter. Fades inside for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Joey Wentz, a 3-pitch mix. He does have a changeup in his repertoire, but he doesn't throw it anymore. The 0 pitch misses high, called for a strike to Andrew Vaughn. We'll take it. It's 1-1. That pitch is well out of the zone. That's a Malachi Moore special. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. He throws a 4-seam fastball almost half the time at 45%. And then a cutter that acts like a slider. I like to call it a slutter. He throws that about 36% of the time, and the curveball at 18. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the 4-seam fastball, 1 away. This is a family show, so we might start calling it the collider. But that cutter slider, like I said, they ring it up as a slider, as a cutter, but it dives down. It doesn't have cutting action. It dives down. And he really seems to have picked that pitch up. I was looking at video of him back before he came to Braves country as the first pitch on the way. Nasty curveball off the edge. It's 0-1. And it really looks like it's got better movement. Now, does that have anything to do with the Atlanta atmosphere as the 0-1 swing and a miss, 0-2, or have they changed something because it's got much better movement? And he's played most of his games in the South since he's come over to Atlanta. Even on the game that he pitched against St. Louis, that's almost South, and it was a muggy, hot day that day. The 0-2 swing, chops it foul, just got a piece of it. Collins, the 3-run belt last night, was last night's hero. National League Rookie of the Month for the month of July. Appreciate you spending your Tuesday night here in Braves country. The 0-2 from Wentz. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. Joey seems to have that pitch working. 3 strikeouts so far. You'd love to be a fly on the wall of the Milwaukee dugout to see if they're saying, man, this ain't the guy we faced when he was in Pittsburgh. Terang, the batter, lefty, first pitch. Right there for a strike, it's 0-1. So a couple of big things here is he's under club control for a while, so Wentz, assuming health, he's going to be someone they're going to want to hold on to in the offseason. He's also going to get a very low arbitration rate because the season started off so poorly. The 0-1, down and away, 1-1 count. And even if they don't want to put him in the starting rotation, he's a great option for long relief next year. The 1-1, swing, lifts it into center, right to Harris's glove, and that'll end the inning. Brewers go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the second. Ozzie Albies leads us off in Braves country.
I have had so many NFL players hit my DMs.
So I've been seeing a lot of reaction to this video, and it's pretty up what you guys have been saying. As one of the NFL players, I can confirm, I've been reaching out to her. We've had a lot of injuries on the O-line, and we could use a left tackle right now.
Do y'all remember those cars? I don't think they make them anymore, but when I was a kid, they had those cars that you had to blow on the machine, to power it. It wasn't push to start, or it wasn't like an electric vehicle, but it was like a blow to start. It was and then it would start. You guys remember those? Because I remember in my neighborhood, there's this guy that had one of those cars. I don't know why he bought this type of car, because he could never start it. He would always ask me to start it for him. And I don't know how. I was 6 years old, and I would always get on the first try when the car would start. Do you guys remember those cars? I don't know if it was a Tesla back in the day. I don't think they made Teslas, but high tech. Now they don't make those. If you had one of those, please let me know what happened to those cars.
My favorite Met story is about their shortstop, Elio Chacon, who was eager but not very talented, and kept running into the outfield and knocking down Richie Ashburn as he was about to catch a fly ball. And he didn't speak any English, and so somebody, Joe Christopher, went to him and tried to explain this. And then he went to Richie Ashburn. He said, if you're going to catch a fly ball, said, and you see Chacon coming out, what you want to say is, yo la tengo, I've got it. And then I've told him, and he'll pull up. So Richie practiced. He said, yo la tengo. And game came along, and the situation was a fly ball. He looked up for the fly ball. Chacon rushed out for him. Richie said, yo la tengo, and put his hands up, and he was knocked flat by Frank Thomas, his left fielder. That was the Mets.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is a four-seamer up top. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty, or righty-lefty, I should say. A little dyslexic today. 0-1 misses high and out of the zone, 1-1. Infield is back and to the right, the 1-1. Swing, pops it up. Golfs it into center field. Easy, lazy fly ball. Perkins underneath it. One up, one down. Book of Eli to the plate. Talked about in this pregame show. Don't be surprised if this is a low-scoring game because Peralta is a tough customer. He came in today with an ERA just over 3. First pitch on the way is up top for a ball. It's 1-0. What you hope is they eat some pitches and get him out of the game. 1-0 pops it up down the right field line. That'll get out of play. He's sitting at 23 pitches here, just starting the second with 1 out. That's about where he wants to be. You'd like to see him start averaging close to 20 pitches an inning. You can make it a short night for him. 1-1, set up inside. 94 well off the plate, 2-1. That was about where he called that first strike of the bat on Sean Murphy. The 2-1 pitch, swing. A little late on that one, 2-2, fouls it away. The 2-1. A little behind on these, aren't I? 2-2. Swing, fouls it back. Do it again. Thank you for the memberships there, Iron Lung. I'll catch up with the rest. The 2-2. Oh, mercy. That was right on the edge, and Malachi's had a big zone so far. We'll live to tell the tale. The payoff pitch. Swing, fouls it away. Nothing else. Eli is making him work. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Comes set, the payoff pitch. Swing! Fouls it away, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Really appears that Eli is sitting on off-speed, and he's spoiling the fastballs away. I think he's kind of sitting on, if I was to guess knowing Eli, he's looking for that curve. The payoff pitch. Swing, rifles that one back, foul. Another 95-mile-an-hour fastball. This will now be 10 pitches in this at-bat. The payoff, swing, just got a piece of it. That was that curveball. Just missed it. Three-two count, 1 out. The pitch. Swing! Pops it up. High, shallow right field. Coming over making the catch is Terang. F4 in your scorecard, 2 down. Didn't get the base hit and didn't get on, but you got to respect the at-bat there by the book of Eli. The 8s and pitches made him work. Now that'll bring Nacho Alvarez to the plate. Nacho digs in. First pitch on the way is a curveball at the knees. Says it missed. It hit the bottom of the zone, according to the strikeout track that we have on our screen. 1-0 right there for a strike. Bender just above the belt. It's 1-1. 1-1 count, pops it up over towards third base side, giving chase. It'll just bend past the first base dugout roof of the Atlanta Braves. 0-0 your score, bottom of the second inning. Nacho Alvarez batting .212 on the year, no home runs, no RBI, a .530 OPS. The 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase one well off the pier with the short stick. We'll be back in a flash. The Braves hit the field, bottom of the order, due up for the Brew Crew.
For the love of God, tell me I am not the only person that keeps up with their town's arrest page on Facebook. You know that page that posts the mug shots and their charges and stuff for everybody that you know in the town you live in? If you want to know what your community is like, check out that page. Not really the people that got arrested, but the comments on those posts. See, on ours, there's one guy that turned every one of them into a smash or pass. It's great. I look forward to those comments. Then there's the women that get arrested, and if they look even a little bit decent, there's all her friends comment and say, "Slay, you look so good, your mugshot's so pretty." Tell her to get her together. She just got busted with 4 pounds of meth. Not to mention the creepy guys. It's like, "I'm on my way with bail money. I can fix her." Boy, you can't fix your damn hair. Shut up. Then you got the dudes talking about free my homie. Your boy is awaiting trial for murder. What do you mean free my homie? Keep him in there. Keep him. We don't want him.
The Mets ended their first season with a record of 40 wins and 120 losses. The worst record in the 20th century. They would stay in the cellar for 5 more seasons, but they consistently drew more fans than the New York Yankees.
An amazing thing happened, which was that New York took this losing team to its bosom. Everybody thinks New York only cares about champions, but we cared about the Mets. I remember going to some games in June that year, and they were getting walloped. They were getting horribly beaten. But the crowds came out to the Polo Grounds in great numbers. People brought horns and blew these horns. And after a while, I realized that this was probably antimatter to the Yankees, who were across the river and had won so long. And winning is not a whole lot of fun if it goes on. But the Mets were human. And that horn, I began to realize, was blowing for me, because there's more Met than Yankee in all of us. What we experience day to day in our lives is there's much more losing than winning.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Joey Wentz. Right down the pipe, just off the edge. Four-seam fastball, 1-0. The 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup. Right there at the knees. Crowder, it's 1-1. We go to our traffic, to our weather studios. It's starting to fall down there. Take a look at the weather at hand.
Ollie? It's gonna rain! Thanks, Ollie.
The 1-1. Swing. Bangs it through the hole, and that's the first base hit for the Milwaukee Brewers. Worm burner just past the glove. Nacho Alvarez. Appreciate the membership gifting, Ron Harrell. And now we've got Sleepwalker. Wasn't that a horror movie at some point? Or am I misremembering that? First pitch on the way down and into Jansen. Danny Jansen, who they Brewers got via trade about a week before the deadline. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Right there for a strike. 1-1 count. Appreciate the channel support there, Sleepwalker. They're going to flip it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. Braves nothing, Brewers nothing. Top of the third inning. The 1-1 swing, pops it up. Can of corn, who wants it? Very shallow right field. Eli comes in, and he's having a hard time picking that ball up in that kind of grayish blue sky with the lights fading into the background. Second time tonight that he's had to kind of stumble towards the ball. Either that or the bartender didn't cut him off early enough during his lunch break. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch on the way, 93 up top, four-seamer. It's 0-1. Hey, there's Straight Shooter. Hope everything's going all right for you, bud. I know you were in the chat about last week about some stuff. The 0-1. Runner goes. Here comes the throw down. Little behind the runner, and the one hopper into Ozzy's glove. He applies the tag, but it's a little bit late. And the Brewers have the go-ahead run in scoring position. There is some rain coming down. That's what that soundbite was about. It's a light rain. It doesn't look like there's a bunch of weather in the area, but I'll say this for the meteorologists in the Atlanta, Georgia area. They've been wildly wrong this year. The 1-1. Right there, 94 at the knees. Bad call by Malachi Moore again. 2-1. This one was in the zone. Can't make heads or tails of this knucklehead behind the plate because he'll squeeze the zone. He expands it, and there's no rhyme or reason. 2-1. That one was more like a cutter. 2-2. 2-2 count. Good to see AY, a couple of folks other coming in the chat. The 2-2 chops it over to short. Allen's got it. He'll throw behind the runner at third, diving back in. They're going to have runners on the corners with 1 out. An infield single. No way they were going to get the Speedy Ortiz. He continues to find his way on base against the Atlanta Braves. He had a series, basically a career-defining series for himself the first time we saw him in Milwaukee. He continues to find a way on. No, by the way, he plays shortstop. Let's go get him. First pitch on the way. Four-seam fastball high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Caleb Durbin, 5 home runs, 265 batting average, 720 OPS. There's Willis Mathis. The 1-0 down and in. 2-0. See Willis and AY, and I'm trying to scroll to get caught up here and see if I can miss anybody else. Straight Shooter. Billy Davis. The 2-0. Down and in, 3-0. So a 3-0 count. Gary, the real McCoy in here today. Durbin trying to work his way aboard. The 3-0 from Wentz. Inside ball 4. So early in the game, he had a huge strike zone. Now he's pinching him. That's why Malachi Moore is always ranked at the bottom of Major League Baseball when it comes to statistics and favorability. Bases are loaded, 1 out. Double play can get us out of this, but you do have speed on the base paths. William Contreras is coming to the plate. We know the danger he has with the bat. Runs well for a catcher, but you can still double him up if you get the right pitch on him. More of a miss coming down here in Atlanta now. Lefty-righty matchup. Wentz goes to work. First pitch, swing, pops it up. Shallow right field. Eli fighting the clouds. He'll fire it towards home. He'll stay put, and that's a big out, number 2. Huge out. That is going to bring Yelich to the plate, and he has got good numbers against Wentz in his career. Struck out his first time up. That doesn't do you any good in this at-bat. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Lefty-lefty matchup. The southpaw comes set. Turns and brings it. Curveball, top of the zone. Sits there for a strike. It's 0-1. Yelich, 21 home runs, 73 RBI. 786 OPS, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Curveball, it's 0-2. That's the pitch that he got him to strike out on the first time up. Does he go back to that same pitch, or does he show him something different? Bases loaded, 2 outs, the 0-2. Sean Murphy sets up down low. Tried to get him to chase that curveball. It's 1-2. That one didn't have quite the ones he has swung and missed on. They're almost like teardrops coming down. That one had a little more bite to it, almost like a slider. Big spot here in the game now. Scoreless, top of the third. The 1-2. Swing, chops it over past the mound. Ozzy's going to have to hurry. Ugh. Infield single. Ozzy tried to scoop it with his glove, and the Brewers take a 1-0 lead. He really had no other choice. Once it got past Wentz, it was a soft-hit ball, and the damp field is not helping things. Ozzy had a long way to go, and Yelich still can fly. So an infield single and an RBI for Yelich. Brewers lead at 1-0. But if you can keep it right here, you'd be happy. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 94 up top. It's 0-1. Vaughn struck out his first time up. One of 3 strikeouts so far for Wentz. Bases loaded. But the game right now is at the plate. The 0-1. Swing. Rifles that one back. Foul. It's 0-2. But once again, Wentz is 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. He's at 44 pitches, so overall not a huge pitch count, but he has thrown quite a few this inning. The 0-2 from Joey. They set up high. Swing, pops it back. Foul, we'll do it again. Brewers 1, Braves nothing. The 0-2 from J-Dub. Curveball in the dirt, 1-2. Tried to get him to chase, but to no avail. (0-2) count. Or 1-2 count, excuse me. Vaughn batting .436 since acquired in June by from the White Sox. The 1-2. Inside, almost gets it. That ball gets away. Off the glove of Murphy. And it's 2-0 Milwaukee. Runners go to second and third. They'll put that down for a wild pitch. Honest Engine, that's more of a pass ball. We'll see how they actually score that. Hit his glove. I mean, it was an inside pitch, but Murph's got to catch that. The rain might have had something to do with it. It is drizzling now. But if he's set up correctly, that ball never gets past him. The 2-2. Swing, fouls it back. Do it again. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. They swear by that sitting on the knee deal, but it really makes no sense as a catcher to do that when the bases are loaded. There's nobody stealing on you. The 2-2. Swing, chops it foul. Will do it again. Long at bat here. This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat. I don't think we'll ever get them to change it back, but I'm telling you, that new catcher stance has become in vogue. It's brutal. The 2-2. Swing, just got a piece of that. Dribbles it foul. Chop that off his toe. Joey Wentz trying to work through this inning. 2 on, 2 out, a 2-2 count. Deuces wild. The Braves trail by 2. Joey Wentz comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing, pops it up. Back behind home plate, but it'll go into the crowd. Vaughn, tough customer to strike out in this at bat. Twins, by the way, are all over the Tigers early on. It's 5-1 in Detroit. We'll hit the out-of-town scoreboard here in a bit. The 2-2. Curveball in the dirt, spit on it, 3-2. Standing on deck is Collins. Payoff pitch from Wentz. Swing, fouls it off again. Man, it might be easier just to hit this SOB and go to the next guy. Plunk him right in the ribs, give him an old-fashioned rib sandwich, and go take on the next guy. You got a base open. The 3-2. Swing, rips it into left. And that's going to be in for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes the throw. Weak throw by Profar. And it's 4-0 Milwaukee. I mean, it's like I said, you get a long at bat like that, you're almost better off just pitching around the guy. And I know it's enticing because you got the 2 strikes on him. But laying a fastball down and in, after he has seen you, that was the 12th pitch of the at-bat. It usually doesn't turn out well. I saw someone on X today talking about, you believe this? I follow the guy, and look, I like the guy. He's always good-natured guy, which is hard to find on X these days. But he was talking about the idea of this season putting Ozuna in left and Profar in right, and letting the 2 catchers DH and catch the rest of the year to see how that works out. I'm like, are you kidding me? Profar's awful defensively. You're going to put him in right and you're going to have Ozuna in left? Let me know you're going to do that, because I'm taking the over in every game on whoever we're playing. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball high and out of the zone, called for a strike. It's on 1. So after Malachi Moore squeezed the hell out of Joey Wentz, he finally gives him the pitch up top. The 0-1. Swing, fouls it away on 2. 0-2 count. I mean, can you imagine having 2 noodle arms in right field and left field? and neither one of them are going to be able to catch the ball very well. Meanwhile, Michael Harris is going to be breaking his neck left and right trying to cover the entire outfield. The 0-2. Swing, lifts it. High into right field, going back on the track, making the catch at the wall is Eli, and that'll end the inning. Not for a long inning with the Braves cough up 4. We'll grab the bats, see if we can get back in it here in Braves country.
Hey, you want a beer?
It's a little early for that, ain't it?
Too early for a beer?
No, for stupid questions. Of course I want a beer.
We got a tie. We need to fix it. We need a tiebreaker.
I agree. Ties are not acceptable in fantasy football. Fantasy football is about proving that you are better than your friends, not equally as good as your friends, okay? It's not communism. We're not coveting Billy Joel cassette tapes and wearing ill-fitting blue jeans.
Good call on going to YEG Exotic, brah. This place slaps.
Dad, don't embarrass me.
How's it going, sir?
Good, how about you, man?
Good. I'm wondering if you could help us. My daughter is low-key looking for some bussin' soda pop. No cap.
This morning, I had a craving for Chipotle, so that's where I went for lunch. And the young man working the counter, he was so polite. Perhaps a little too polite, because he called me ma'am. He called me ma'am not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. And if he did it one more time, I was going to reach across the counter, put his bling on a stick, and I was going to bubble wrap his heart and FedEx it to his mama. But of course, I did not do that, because I am a lady, and that would violate my parole.
It is a haunted game in which every player is measured against the ghosts of all who have gone before. Most of all, it is about time and timelessness, speed and grace, failure and loss, imperishable hope and coming home.
Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Sucks, and it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
First pitch on the way. 4-seam fastball right there for a strike to Peralta. It's 0-1. Braves trail 4-0. Now, Peralta was on the bench for quite some time. It was a long half inning, so maybe he'll have some rust. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Maybe not. He's dealing. A 0-2 count. Still plenty of time to climb back into this one. The 0-2. Swing, fouls it away. Down the line, out of play. Do it again. The 0-2 in the dirt. 1-2. The 1-2 count. High now the zone 2-2. The Braves have shut down Joe Jimenez. So remember we talked about this beginning of the year. Told you it was going to be a very, very doubtful return for him for 2025. He should be ready for next season as the 2-2 swing. Rifled over to first, but an atom ball. L3 in your scorecard, one away. First pitch on the way to Profar is a changeup right there at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. High and inside, 1-1. 1-1 count. Braves trying to scratch back in it. Top of the order, the 1-1 pitch. up top looked like he went around, did he? No, he held up. Okay, we'll take it 2-1. Every bit of his body went around, but I guess he held up the swing. The 2-1 inside 3-1. So now he's pinching the pitchers. I mean, Malachi Moore is just the worst. If you're going to have a wide zone, just be consistent, son. Don't pinch it and squeeze it and then expand it. I mean, it's what defines a bad umpire. 3-1 misses high, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. And we'll see if that'll get the Braves going here in the bottom of the third. Matt Olson, man, does he do. Seems like he's been sitting on 18 home runs for 18 months. First pitch on the way is a curveball right there off the edge. It's 0-1. Olson batting .214 in his last 7 games. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 95 blew it right by him. 0-2. He's hit 1 home run in his last 15 games and batting just .237. With an OPS under 700. The 0-2. High and out of the zone, 1-2. One-two count. It's the old famous enter the home run derby and enter a slump. The 0-2 misses high and outside, 2-2. Batted .313 for the month of July, but that's enduring, for the month of June. He batted .255 for the month of July, and a lot of that was him coming off the All-Star break. The 2-2 to Olson, in the dirt, 3-2. This month, and it's only a handful of games, but he's batting .250. With an OPS of just .533. Oof. Profar at first, 1 out. The payoff pitch from Peralta. His 53rd offering. Swing, pops it up. Over toward the third base dugout. Will it stay in play? It will not. It'll hit towards the camera well. And he'll live to tell the tale. Thank you for the contribution, straight shooter. I think I'm a little late on seeing those. Once again, the payoff pitch to Olson. They're going to flip it over to first, keep Profar close by. Remember, standing on deck is the left-hander Drake tonight. Peralta comes set. The payoff pitch. Outside wide, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
Jansen, the hind catcher, is going to go out there and talk to Peralta. Probably more of a breather, if anything else. He's at 54 pitches. So kind of a high number to begin with, but this is the beginning of a long inning, hopefully. So he has walked his last 2 batters. First pitch to Drake. Swing and a miss. Change up off the plate. It's 0-1. Telling you, they have gotten into Drake's ear, and he is swinging early and often now. He was not doing that when he first came up. He was working the counts. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. Starting to think we can ruin anybody. One count. If I were in Thopolis, I'd put a muzzle on Tim Hire till the end of the year. Won't even let him talk to the team. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Up top. Chase one. We'll call that about a half a foot out of the zone. Right around the eyeballs. 1-2. 1-2 count. Standing on deck is Sean Murphy. Peralta about to throw his 58th pitch of the evening. Swings, slaps it over third. He's going to have one throw. Ooh, did he hold on to it? Ball came out of his glove. They're going to say that he got the out and dropped the ball in the exchange. So right now, it is a 5-4 putout with the ball popping out, trying to turn the double play. This is going to be difficult to even try and. I mean, it's a bad call, but the problem is the part of that call is a neighborhood umpire opinion, and you can't really challenge that. If the ball bobbled out of his glove, you could challenge it, but you can't challenge that. So bad call by second base umpire Jansen Visconti. He didn't have a good angle. He was standing behind the play. Sean Murphy, your batter, with runners on the corners, and he takes another swing and a pitch down and in. Man, they own him tonight. It's 0-1. Peralta, he's got the papers on Murphy. He is going inside, and he keeps whiffing at it. The 0-1, high and inside. This time he lays off. 1-1. I think he only laid off it because it almost hit him that time. 2 on, 2 out, a 1-1 count. The pitch, swing, fists it back foul. It's 1-2. I mean, they're just pounding him inside. Probably setting him up for a bender outside. He does have that show me slider that he might go to with the 1-2 count. But if I'm him, I keep dropping that pitch down in towards his ankles. He'll probably swing at it. Peralta steps off the mound for a second. That'll count as a move. Sean Murphy's done well this season with runners in scoring position, but not of late. He's got a 300 average for the year overall. The 1-2, swing, lifts it down the line, but lazy fly ball into the glove of Yelich, and he'll grab it like a picnic basket, and that'll end the inning. Braves leave him stranded. Sean Murphy, 2 on, no hits. We'll be back in a flash.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but when somebody say they don't like me, it's like, ouch, you hit me right where I don't give a f. I'm going.
Dr. Pepper or Mr. Pibb? I'm not choosing.
Oh, Mr. Pibb, he's a blue-collar guy and likes golf girls.
Definitely.
Amen right there.
Definitely Mr. Pibb, because, I mean, Dr. Pepper, he's probably a doctor just because he got it, like, through the Sador Desert Institute.
I mean, my thing is, I like both, but Mr. Pibb's confusing to me because it's considered a spicy cherry soda, and I've never tasted cherry in it.
There ain't no damn cherry in Dr. Mr. Pibb.
I mean, I feel like it's a lie like chair wine. Like, everyone's like, oh, chair wine's great. No, it's not.
Who told you there was cherry in it?
Hold on, look at it.
It says it on the can.
This is good.
Okay.
It says spicy cherry soda.
Well, I saw a meth head the other day that had on pants that said juicy across the ass, and she was wearing long sleeve panties. So obviously that was a lie.
Y'all, is it just me, or does it seem like going camping is just practicing to be homeless?
Baseball's rich in wonderful statistics, but it's hard to find one more beautiful than Stan Musial's hitting record. Stan Musial got 3,630 hits. 1,815 at home, 1,815 on the road. He didn't care where he was, he just hit.
He left the field for the last time on September 29th, 1963.
When Stan Musial took his first big league at-bat, America was not yet in World War II. They were 6 years removed from Jackie Robinson. There were no baseball games to speak of on television. You traveled to games in trains. When Stan Musial took his last at-bat as the National League's all-time leader in hits, second on that list only to Ty Cobb, his last base hit went past the lunge of a rookie second baseman named Pete Rose, who would eventually pass him and would eventually pass Cobb.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Radio, Braves Country Baseball. Atlanta Braves sending Joey Wentz back out there. Gave up 4 runs in the last inning. Lefty-lefty matchup started off. Terang the batter. First pitch on the way. Cutter down and away. It's 1-0. But we haven't cracked the scoreboard yet. We did get Peralta to 62 pitches through 3 innings. If they can keep that pace up, he won't make it past the 5th. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Straight shoe. You had pot roast, you bastard. When we were gnawing on a Chick-fil-A sandwich from 2 days ago that I had to heat up in the microwave. The 1-1. In the dirt, 2-1. 2-1 count. Street tacos. Tell you what I've had in a while that I like is street corn. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, chops it foul. 2-2. All season, man, that's all I do is cook. I don't get a chance to do it much when the season's going because there's such little time in between sweatshops. The 2-2 pitch. In the dirt. Did he go around? It looked like he offered. Oh, come on. They said he held up 3-2. Terang. Oh, that he went around, and I'm not even getting a great look. Yeah, I don't know about that. The 3-2. Set up out wide. Swing, pops it back foul. We'll do it again. Another long at bat here by Wentz. That's why I still contend that when at the end of the day, he is not a true starter. He is someone that is valuable to have in your bullpen next year to eat innings and maybe even do a spot bullpen game to give other guys rest. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it up. Looks like it'll stay in play. Nacho Alvarez towards foul territory. He'll make the catch and 1 away. I feel like when teams see him the second time through, he gets less and less impressive. Thank you for the contribution there, Royal PETA. Your Highness. First pitch on the way to Perkins is 90. Spencer Strider Day tomorrow. They bumped his start back. If you remember, he was supposed to start this weekend. And originally they said tonight, but they decided to give it one more day. As the 0-1. Misses high. 1-1. I thought they may even just skip him altogether and we'll see him on the weekend, but they are planning on having him pitch tomorrow. The 1-1 count, swing and a miss, 4-seamer, 1-2. 67 pitches for Wentz. If he can have a quick inning here, he'll definitely be back out there for the 5th, you would think, and maybe even squeeze out into the 6th. 1-2 count. Dribbles it up the middle, backhanded by Nick Allen. He'll flip it to first, 2 away. He just doesn't have that strikeout stuff the second time through is the biggest thing that you see. When guys have not seen him yet, and they flail a little bit, but once they hit that second time through, that's the difference between a starter and a reliever. But I think he gives us a lot of depth. They hold on to him. And let that man be in the bullpen. Don't send him down to Gwinnett. As the first pitch on the way is a cutter right there for a ball. It's 1-0. If you do it the right way, you essentially, if you carry 2 of these type guys in your bullpen next year, you could essentially turn this into almost a 6-man rotation from time to time. 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. 2-0 count. Brings it. Teardrop right there at the knees, 2-1. Braves trail, but it's just 4-0. Jansen, the batter, flew out his first time up. The 2-1. Swing, chops and foul, 2-2. He's essentially a 3-pitch pitcher nowadays, and to be a starter in the major leagues, you usually need 4 to 5, even 6, depending on your velocity. The 2-2 pitch. Pops it up. Eli coming over. He'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Brewers go down 1-2-3. Didn't get any strikeouts, but he got him out. That's all that matters. When we return, it's Harris to lead us off.
In the South, drinking and driving does not apply to dirt roads. And if you ever hit the ditch and get stuck, I got a buddy that'll come pull you out for a pack of Marlboro Reds and a 6-pack of Natty Daddies. In the South, it's best not to ask somebody about their car unless you want to hear about all the work they've done to it over the past 25 years. In the South, if you see a cop, it's common courtesy to flash every driver you see after that to let them know that there's danger ahead. You ever seen a lawnmower going down the highway going 75 miles an hour? Do you drink your sweet tea out of mason jars? You ever seen a fight break out at a cornhole tournament? Do you or somebody you know have a finger missing because they held a firecracker too long? You might be from the South. You see a Subaru with an AC unit strapped in the back windshield, you're in the right place. If you see a John Deere tractor in the Wendy's drive-thru, you're probably in the right place. If husband and wife start looking more like brother and sister, you done got lost. That ain't the South I'm talking about. You in the wrong place.
The thing that slowly dawns on us after we watch a number of games is the absence of a clock. It's one of the several things that are quite unique about this game. There's nothing ticking away out there. We don't look at the clock and say this game is soon going to be over. The game might be over soon, and not for hours, or not ever, in effect. If you keep hitting, you'll live forever, because the last out will never come. I'm 70 years old now, and soon I will remember what Casey said when he was 75. He said, most people my age are dead, and you could look it up.
Casey Stengel was starting to show his age. He sometimes dozed off during games, began to mutter about his younger players. The youth of America, he said, you tell them. Here is the opportunity. And the youth of America says, where is the money? In July of 1965, the Mets organized an Old Timers Day to coincide with Stengel's 75th birthday. There were no Met Old Timers. The National League veterans who turned out had all been Dodgers or Giants.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. Atlanta Braves. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Four 0 your score. Milwaukee with the lead. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Braves, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Still a ways to go in this one, but you'd like to start chipping away. Michael Harris is second, the batter. First pitch on the way, swings at the very first one he sees and fouls it back. It's 0-1. Harris, been on a hot streak, but starting to cool off a little bit. The 0-1, outside wide one. It's more of the swing that I see as opposed to, all in all, for the month of July, a solid month of July, hitting .301. The 1-1 fouls it back, 1-2. Of course, he started off horrifically, and then when he came back from the All-Star break, it adjusted his swing. A couple of swings that you've seen the last couple of nights look like he's going back into these old habits. You just hope that they're catching him in the dugout saying, get back to the basics. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's really easy for guys, because you get tunnel vision, really easy for guys to get into these slumps back and forth. if they're not constantly working on it. And you can see him, he's got a dejected look, looking toward, heading towards the dugout. Then you get in between your own ears, and it just unravels. First pitch on the way is a curveball off the edge for a ball. It's 1-0. Ozzie Albies your batter. Popped out his first time up. The 1-0, righty-lefty. Swing and a miss. One count. Swing and a miss again. Four-seam fastball. They're just blowing it right by him. One-two count. Digs in the pitch. High and inside. That one bent him back a little bit. 2-2. Out of town scoreboard looks like this as the 2-2. Fouls it straight back. Four-seam fastball. Touch behind that one. Phillies lead the Orioles 4-0. They're in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In the Queens, New York, Mets 2, Guardians 2. They're in the fifth. The 2-2 pitch is outside, full count. Twins all over the Tigers in Detroit, Michigan, 6-1 in the seventh. The Giants 8, Pirates 1. They are in the seventh. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Ozzie down on strikes, 2 away. Astros jumping on the Marlins again, 7-2. They're heading to the seventh inning in South Beach. They're in our nation capital tonight, and the A's lead the Nats 10-1 in the sixth. Royals and Red Sox are in Old Fenway, and it's 1-1 in the sixth. And the first pitch is a curveball down and away to Eli White. It's 1-0. Yankees have traveled down to Texas. 0-0 in the second. Rangers and the Yanks. The 1-0 fists it back foul, 1-1. They're just getting underway in the Windy City. Reds and Cubs 0-0 in the second. Later on tonight, you got a handful of late night pitches tonight. 1-1, down and away, 2-1. Changeup misses. Eli White had a long at bat his first time up. Didn't get on board, but he did work the count quite a bit. Tonight, the Blue Jays are at the Rockies in Denver. In Anaheim, it's the Rays at the Angels. It's the 2-1. Changeup in the dirt, 3-1. They're in Seattle, Washington, and the White Sox are set to take on the Mariners. Padres will travel to the desert to face the Diamondbacks. The 3-1. Swing! That ball's lifted. High and deep into left field. Getting back. Get up, baby! Get gone! The Book of Eli has put us on the board. It's 4-1. We're back in it, baby. 407 happy feet.
For our sake, both thorns and thistles, it shall bring forth for us.
Right down Main Street.
For out of the ground we were taken, from the dust we are. To the dust we shall return.
First pitch on the way to Nacho Alvarez is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Israel says, no, we're not. You must be one miserable son of a gun, man. You can't find any kind of joy in life. The 1-0, inside, 2-0. Go ahead and turn that oven on. Preheat that head. The 2-0 count. Righty-righty matchup. Nacho Alvarez. Inside, misses, 3-0. So Nacho trying to work his way aboard. I'd like to see his first career home run. Wouldn't it be nice? 3-0 count. Down below the knees, ball 4. He didn't knock it out, but he'll head on down to first.
Whoa, you check it out. What? Look, that guy.
Get me some nachos.
It is a sign. A sign that needs nachos to help me score.
They're going to go out there and talk to Peralta, Pat Murphy. Is that Pat Murphy? Yeah, that's got to be Pat Murphy, I think. That might be Derek Johnson, the pitching coach. Man, they look a lot alike. Yeah, that's Johnson. Did y'all see that clip of Pat Murphy? I'm telling you, man, we get robbed not having an entertaining manager. Do you see the clip with Pat Murphy this weekend? He's getting interviewed by the sideline reporter. She was asking him what he eats during the games, and he pulls out a damn pancake out of his pocket. He was talking about 8 pocket pancakes, and he was naming other things. It was a little bitty pancake about the size of a little bit bigger than a silver dollar. He's just munching away. Him and Tito, the interviews with Tito this weekend in the Cincinnati series, it just makes you know that, man, we get robbed. We haven't had someone with any kind of personality since Bobby Cox. First pitch to Nick Allen, as we pull the screen back so you can see any movement. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Misses high, ball 1-1. That might have been a pitch to get him off the plate. That was high and inside. I don't know if that slipped or is 1-1. Bender down and away, 2-1. The 2-1 count. Yeah, when he said, what do you eat during the game? He said pocket pancakes. Like, what is he? Is he making some weird comment? What is he talking about? And all of a sudden he pulls a pancake out of his pocket and starts chewing on it. The 1-1's foul back, 1-2. Also late tonight, I don't think I got to it. Cardinals are at the Dodgers. That's the late game at 10:10 tonight. So Deuce is wild, 2 on. 1 on, 2 outs. A 2-2 count. I don't know what's going on with the Braves production team, but they're spitting the bed again. Pitch on the way. Fouled away. We'll do it again. That's another upgrade they need. In the offseason, why don't we pay for a production team in the booth? The 2-2. In the dirt, 3-2. Thank the Lord for the out-of-town crew. I'm normally looking at that one because I don't trust the Braves one anymore. It's a clear screen for those of y'all who can't. It's like it's 1973. The 3-2 swing lifts it into right center field, going back on the track, making the running catch right there at the warning track is Collins, and that'll end the inning. Allen continues to try to hit fly balls. He doesn't even have warning track power. We'll be back in a flash, but the Braves get on the board. The Book of Eli back to work, and we cleared the number 9 man for the next inning. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
If we are ever in a don't laugh situation, don't even glance at me.
Okay, so you guys keep asking me, what was it about my wife that attracted me the most? I'll tell you, I fell in love the moment she told me that she was bi.
Bi? You wrong. I never said that to you.
Of course, I found out later she meant polar, but that's... Oh, it's a condition! It's a condition!
I don't need to be a scientist. I could just look like one. So I bought these.
Glasses? I really don't think that's going to change. Oh, my God.
I know, right?
Believe it or not, American mathematical scientist George Dantzig was once late to class when in college and solved 2 famously unsolved statistics problems because he thought they were homework.
Bro, if you pour ice water on a hot dog, does it become a chili dog?
No, don't tell me he's at it again.
Dude, you technically have 2 minutes to live, but every time you breathe, it restarts the timer. Sorry. Taxes are just a yearly subscription to the country that you live in. Childhood is the free trial. Sorry. Bro, your eraser slowly dies because of your mistakes. Sorry. Bro, the number of people older than you will never increase.
I can't help it that I'm custom made. I can't help it that I look good, smell good, can dance all night long. I can't help it.
That's all you had to do was play Game 7.
And the pitch is again drilled to left field, hooking down the line, and gone. A 2-0 lead. 3-0 Royals, 6-0, 8-0. They're in double figures, and it's 11-0 as this massacre goes on.
You didn't show up for Game 7, you lost 11-0. Suck on it.
It's over right away, so they knew they were going to win.
This Kansas City team and their fans are ready to start celebrating.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Ortiz is right there at the knees. Bender, and it's 0-1. Rain is being drizzled throughout the game. It doesn't appear that it's going to be threatening the game, but you never know. The 0-1 swung on, rifled through the infield. It's a leadoff single for the Brew Crew. They really starting to smack Wentz around. He has not struck anybody out since the first batter of the second inning. He's given up 4 runs since then. And a defense that's missing Austin Riley on the left side is really starting to show. First pitch on the way to Durbin, the leadoff hitter for the Brewers, is up top for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Down and in. 2-0. 2-0 count. Kicks and fires. High and out of the zone. So a 3-0 count. Up top for a strike, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Swing, chops it over towards third. Nacho fires it to second. Long throw. They're going to try to turn the double play. Ozzie should have stuck that one in his pocket, but he forced the issue. Durbin's going to beat it out anyways. So it's a 5-4 put out, one away. One on, one out. The catcher playing designated hitter tonight. Contreras takes the first pitch down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires right there at the knees. 1-1. Why is it the people with the nastiest of attitude always say that you need Jesus? It's like, dude, we're walking in front of the mirror a couple of times. The 1-1. Swing, lifts it. High and deep into center field, drifting back. Backpedaling, making the catch is Harris. He almost got turned around there, but a nice adjustment, 2 down. F8 in your scorecard. Two down, 1 on. Braves trail now just by 3, and it'll be Christian Yelich. In a perfect world, they will try to get Wentz through the 6th inning. If he can get a quick out here, it's doable. He has had some long at-bats through the middle of this order. First pitch on the way. He's high and inside, took his helmet off, almost hit him. Yelich had to bend out of the way, diving towards the first base side. It's 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. Runner goes. Pickoff attempt. It looks like they got... the ball came out of Allen's glove. He had him. Ball beat him. But the runner kicked it out of his glove. So it will be a stolen base. Can't hit him with an error there. Oh, he never even had it. Thought it kicked out of his glove. When he went down to do the swipe, it already popped out. Popped out like a dropped snow cone. And now in runner in scoring position. The 1-0 swing lifts it into center field coming in. Making the running catch is Michael Harris II. 75% of the water is covered. 75% of the earth is covered by water. The rest by Michael the Hawk Harris.
I said, if you want to live to see tomorrow, you better start frying them eggs a little bit better than what you're frying. I'm tired of eating sloppy, slimy eggs.
Are oranges named oranges because oranges are orange? Or is orange named orange because oranges are orange?
Did you seriously just say orange 8 times in one sentence and it actually makes sense?
Bro, what happens to the car if you press the brake and the accelerator at the same time? Does it take a screenshot? Dude, if we have watermelon, shouldn't we also have fire melon, earth melon, and air melon? The Ella melons.
Really? He's the favorite?
There she is. You guys have no idea how lucky I am that I'm married to her. Oh, hey.
What are you looking at?
I was watching you. You were coming up.
Dude, you have a problem? You're like a creep.
Oh, I miss you. Of course you do. It's me.
I think George, having gone through everything he had gone through, he understood the moment in a way that certainly the young guys did not. This was not, hey, the first of many. This was the crescendo moment.
There's 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning, and I go up to Brett and I said, hey, look, this guy's going to make the last out of the game. And don't go running all over the place, because I said, I've been through this a lot and never won, and I want to be the first one on the mound to congratulate you.
To Motley for the title.
There's a moment I'll never forget.
You know, I just saw on the news where they said people ought to check on the elderly. Well, I get up about 6 or 6:30. You can bring donuts.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. Atlanta Braves trail by 3. Jurickson Profar takes the first pitch, 93 on the outer edge. For a strike, it's 0-1. We got the Gestapo in here wanting to block everybody. Man, let them vent, man. That's what this is for. The 0-1. Supposed to be group therapy. The 0-1 inside, 1-1. Someone's bothering you, just pour another drink. Or ask Tree Nug to give you a puff. 1-1 count. Swing, chops it just over towards the mound. Peralta's got it, fires it over to first. 1-3 put out, 1 away. Isn't that why he turned water into wine? Everybody would just chill out. Tell you what, Peralta, man, when he jumped off the mound and threw that ball to first, he threw it a rocket. I'm looking at the replay again. Thought I'd misseen it, but he threw a rocket. Man, you're not that far away, and Profar was just kind of jogging to first. But the first baseman, Vaughn's like, chill out, man, chill. First pitch to Olsen is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. don't know what they're doing. There's like 6 people in the dugout surrounding Eddie Perez looking at something. This is the 1-1. Misses high. One count. Check swing foul. 1-2. What do you think they could all be looking at on that one iPad? I'm telling you, there was 6 players of different positions all staring at Eddie Perez on that iPad. I'm thinking they're playing some kind of numbers. They've given up. They're like, dude, take the under, man. Hurry up. The 1-2. Swing. Dribbles it over to second. 4-3. 2 down. That's the only thing that would make me feel good about this season. You see this big controversy that's coming out of Cleveland. The pitchers that are involved in the gambling ring. If it came out that the Braves were tanking on purpose, that's the only thing that would make you feel better. Two quick outs and Drake Baldwin, the batter. First pitch misses outside, curveball. It's 1-0. Ashby is warming up in the bullpen. Aaron Ashby, former starter, converted to a relief man. It's 1-0 right there for a strike one. We have become that team that if a team contending for the playoffs does not sweep, they are very disappointed. The 1-1 inside, 2-1. Did not think I would ever see that with this group of players. 2-1 count. Way out of the zone, 3-1. Standing on deck is Sean Murphy. Peralta, 101st pitch of the night, full count. So they did what I asked him to do, which is get Peralta out of the game. I mean, he's on this is probably his last batter, I would think, no matter what. The payoff pitch, swing, lifts it into center field. That's down for a base hit, and the inning continues. We'll see if they make the move here. I would tend to think they would.
I love the Drake.
How could you
But
not
Pat
like
Murphy
the Drake?
may
The Drake.
The Drake is
want to
good.
give Peralta a chance to get the win. But a tired Peralta, many holes as he has in his swing, you hang one to Sean Murphy, he can make this a 1-run game. He went to the top of the steps and then stopped, so I guess he's going to let him pitch. That was weird. First pitch on the way, 95 right there on the outer cut. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Inside. Miss well inside, 0-2. And Sean Murphy's not behind the plate, so he gave old Blue some guff. He's like, I'm a DH now, man. I'm going to give you the what for. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. One-two count. Righty. Here's the pitch. High and inside, almost got him in the noggin. Good Lord. He's awake now. Get some smelling salts. That pitch went high. Almost, wasn't Jansen jumping to the top of his stance? That's going to the backstop. So a 2-2 with 2 outs. One swing could make this a 1-run game. The 2-2 pitch is on the way and inside. Ball 3. Now Drake Baldwin will be on the move. Standing on deck is Harris. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the under the hands. And Sean Murphy, he has been to school all night long via Peralta. We'll be back in a flash. Braves trail 4-1.
You know, I feel like I've been having problems forgetting lately. And that may be the case today, because it seems like I got a lot of free time.
Hey Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
What do you consider your job skills to be?
Skating.
Yep.
High-fiving.
Skating and high-fiving. 5.
Low-fiving.
Low 5, the antithesis of high 5. And
singing.
Singing. So, what you're basically saying is you could be in Starlight Express if they ever are bold enough to mount it again. You're off drugs now. You're totally clean.
I'm so clean, it's not even ridiculous.
The Kansas City Royals are the 1985 World Champions.
When you win a World Series, I don't care if you were Al Zate, the equipment manager, Joe Coronia, the guy that shined the shoes. Everybody in that locker room feels exactly the same as you do. And it is so powerful.
Does it feel like you thought it would?
Unbelievable.
You believe it?
And here's George Brett, the greatest hitter in baseball today. George, say hello to President Reagan. Mr. Reagan.
This is just congratulations for a great effort. All of you can be very proud.
Well, thank you very much.
Do you guys know where I could get one of those gold necklaces with a T on it?
That's a cross.
Across from where?
Welcome back. First pitch on the way. Curveball on the outer edge. It's 0-1. That was good timing on that clip. I didn't even know that was there. Considering what y'all have been talking about in the chat. Lefty-righty matchup. Wentz goes back to work. The 0-1. Curveball misses. 1-1. Joey Wentz 3 strikeouts on the night, but he has not struck anyone out since the first batter of the second inning. Since then, he's given up 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk. 1-1. 92 right there at the edge. 1-2. Remember the last time he faced Vaughn, it was about a 48 pitch at bat, and he singled a 2-run single to put the Brew Crew ahead. 1-2 in the dirt. Cutter. 2-2. Another thing is that cutter that as they call it, or I call it the collider, it's not having the diving movement that it's had, and I don't know if that's got to do with the dampness. What? The 2-2. Swing, rips it over to short. Allen's got it, fires it to first. 1 away. 1 up, 1 down. Braves trying to get Wentz through this inning. That'll bring Collins to the plate. Collins 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Wentz at 90 pitches. First pitch on the way. Outside wide, 4-seam fastball. It's 1-0. Imanaga and the Cubs are tied with the Reds. 0-0 in the 4th and Wrigley. 1-0. Misses high. 2-0. 2-0 count. Right down the pipe. 2-1. 2-1. Right there on the outer edge, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing, lifts it into left. Yo! Profar misplays the ball. It looked like Gumpy going for the ball out there. It's going to be a triple, a one-out triple. I can't even do it justice. The ball gets lifted out there to Profar, and he got flat-footed and tried to leap, and as he spun around, he did a face plant as the ball rolled to the wall. That is going to be on blooper reels forever. He's nowhere near it. And I don't know why he spun as he did it. I don't know if he thought he was going to be able to catch his balance. First pitch on the way after that is swung on and lifted into center field down for a base hit. And it's 5-1 Brewers. I mean, that debacle, that's it for Joey Wentz. He has had just awful defense tonight. Between Jerickson Profar, whatever the hell he's doing out there defensively, and the combination of that, and let's be honest, Nacho Alvarez isn't exactly a third baseman. We'll be back in a flash. The Braves trail 5-1. On this date, 1901, in the second inning of the nightcap against the Americans in Baltimore, Jimmy Hart punches umpire John Haskell in the face. The Orioles' rookie first baseman, who hits .311, playing in only 58 games in his major league career, serves a 10-day suspension, but quits after going 4 for 4 upon his return because the team refused to pay his $25 fine. On this date, 1921, baseball is born on the radio. Pittsburgh's radio station KDKA provides listeners with the first ever broadcast of a major league game. Staff announcer Harold Arlen detailing the action of the Pirates' 8-5 victory over the Phillies from a seat on the ground level at Forbes Field becomes baseball's first play-by-play announcer. And on this date in 1979, Don Sutton passes Don Drysdale on the Dodgers' all-time strikeout list, recording his 2,487th strikeout when he fans Greg Johnson swinging in the team's 8-5 victory over the San Francisco Giants. The right-hander total of 26.96 in Dodger blue will remain the franchise record for over 42 years, easily surpassing Dazzy Vance's tenure on top, which lasted a little more than 37 years until Sandy Koufax moved ahead of him in 1965. Welcome back. I wonder if that guy still wants a Profar to play right field. Tyler Kinley is on the mound, goes to work. First pitch on the way, flips it over to first. Chases the runner back. Braves trail 5-1. Tyler Kinley, the newly acquired from the Rockies at the trade deadline. First pitch on the way is a slider up top. His slider looks, I don't know what's going on out there, but his slider looks more like a cutter, and the cutter looks more like a slider coming from Wentz. The 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2. 0-2 count. Kicks and fires in the dirt. 1-2. 1-2. Swing, chops it foul. Curveball. Runner was on the move, but he'll have to retreat. Those of y'all that want to do the fantasy football this year, free to play, let us know. Haven't set the draft up yet, but we'll be doing it either on a Thursday or Friday during the show in the next few weeks. 1-2 misses high, 2-2. 2-2 count. I think we have a league set up. We just haven't set the invites out yet. I can't remember what they did. The 2-2 pitch, swung on, lifted into center field, coming in, making the running catch is Harris for out number 2. I have to make sure I still have. I ought to be able to just resend you an invitation, John. So keep an eye out for that. If you haven't already gotten one. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. If anybody else is wanting to play in that league, let me know in the chat tonight. 'Cause once it fills up, that's it. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. Throw down to second behind the runner, and he'll have that base stolen. It was a swing and a miss, so it's an 0-2 count now. Good jump by Terang. Oh-2 count. Kicks and fires. High and out of the zone. 1-2. John, did you win or did... We're about to go get that thing made up. I thought for some reason I thought PJ won. It's 1-2. Swing, chops it foul. I'm actually going to be paying attention to the league this year. I didn't pay attention to it last year because I was in so many others, but I'm dialing those back. 1-2 count. No, it's NFL, Raymond. College fantasy. I mean, are you kidding me? 1-2. Just misses outside 2-2. The first pick, I'll take the running back from Drake University. I'll take the JUCO transfer from Washington State. The 2-2. Caught, looking strike 3. Slider at the knees, and that'll end the inning. So Kinley comes in and gets the job done. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Braves grab the sticks. Once again, fantasy footballers, let me know tonight as it's starting to fill up. We'll be back in a flash.
Don't you love when you're listening to a really good song and it makes you think that you're really happy, and then it ends and you remember that you're not?
I got the right to defend myself. It's in the Constitution.
Have you ever read the Constitution?
Yes. No.
Quick, everyone tell me what the default jelly is for peanut butter and jelly, because my friend group is in a huge fight and I know I'm right and they're wrong and I have to go to work and I want to show this video to them tonight proving I'm right. So, tell me right now.
When it's 104 degrees in Texas, what do? You get yourself a redneck pool. Make sure you got a redneck woman with her butt hanging out. and you get in a pool just like this.
George without a World Series title is not the same as George with a World Series title. I mean, that's just the hard reality of sports. So yeah, everything kind of changed for him in that way in 1985.
There he is, Mr. Kansas City Royal.
Tell you a funny story. It came up, I made a lot of throwing errors. And whenever I'd make a throwing error, all these people sitting over here would just start screaming at me, you know? So all of a sudden I'm playing third base for 16 years. They brought up a young guy named Kevin Seitzer, play third base. So they moved me to first. I think it was opening day. He throws one in the dirt. I go to get it and I miss it. Everybody starts screaming at me at first. You gotta catch that ball. And I turned around and I said, did you all f***ing move your seats from third base to first base just to give me Can't win. You can't win.
Dude, why are deliveries on a ship called cargo, but in a car, it's called a shipment?
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. As we discuss the important stuff, not Braves baseball, but Fantasy Football League. One thing will keep us sane this fall. First pitch on the way to Michael Harris II. Hey, he takes one. Mears now in, the right-hander. Misses low, it's 1-0. So far, I'm going to put it on the screen because the chat moves so quick. I can normally only see like the last 3, maybe 4 comments. The 1-0 pops it up. That going to stay in play. That looks like a good old-fashioned Michael Harris special. Oh, leaning back, making the catch. Good play by Jansen. You got to look over to Profar and say that's how it's done. One away. So I'm going to put it in the chat right now, put it on the screen real quick just so y'all can see. What I have right now is I think it's Raymond, Peta, John, Mark, Rob, and Billy. I think Billy said yes, but I wasn't sure what he was saying yes to. So like I said, I'm trying to catch up during the break, and it's kind of hard to. Tree Nug playing? It seems like something Tree Nug would enjoy. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss by Ozzie Albies. It's 0-1. Okay, Billy, that's what I thought. Am I missing anybody? So I've got John, Peta, Mark, Billy, and Robert so far. The 0-1. Swing. Lifts it down the left field line. Drifting over. Making the easy catch. 2 down. Bottom of the 6th. Hey, Velvet. Hadn't seen you in a while. Quickly 2 up, 2 down. You know, this is why they weren't doing this earlier, and they went back into the bad habit of thinking that both these guys were out of their slump. But putting Ozzie and Michael right next to each other in the batting order, you're asking for 2 outs to start an inning, at least once a game. First pitch on the way to Eli White is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. And I don't know how you want to bust it up, but I just think you got to keep those 2 apart. The 0-1, swing, lifts it. Into right field, going back on the track, up against the wall. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Book of Eli. Are you serious? A home run and a double. Give that man the MVP trophy. How about the Book of Eli?
Cursed be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us.
Valiant attempt there in right field by Collins. He tried to make a leap and grab at the top of his jump. Just went over his glove. And he didn't spin around and do a face plant while he did. He doesn't know what he's doing. Profar, get up there and show him how it's done. Righty-righty matchup. Nacho Alvarez trying to knock a run home. First pitch on the way. Outside wide. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Yeah, I've got Robert on the fantasy, Peter. I thought did I not say him? Yeah, I said him, Rob. That's what I meant when I put Rob there, was Robert. Runner at second, 2 outs. The 1-1. I hear you, Velvet. Everyone's got the paper bags on their head this year. Remember when the Saints used to do that in the crowd? There's someone else who used to do that. Is that the Bengals? Used to do it too. I mean, I know a lot of teams have taken that on. 1-2, swing, chops it towards the mound, over past the mound. It's going to be a tough play, and it's going to be an infield single for the Nacho Alvarez, baby!
Whoa. You check it out. What? Look, that guy.
Get me some nachos.
It is a sign. A sign. It needs nachos to help me score.
This would be a good time to pinch hit, to be honest with you. If you got, I think that's what they're doing. I think I just saw Marcell Ozuna step out on deck. You got one chance to get in this game, and Marcell Ozuna, one swing could make this a 1-run game. They're going to go out and talk to him real quick. That ball's not hit very hard at all. I mean, but they're probably just going over game planning. Is Willis playing? See, that I keep missing bits and pieces. I don't know what y'all are referring to in the chat. And if I don't have your email already, you need to send me the email you want the invitation sent to. And that's it right there. We put it on the screen or on the chat. First pitch on the way is a ball in the dirt. It's 1-0. The 1-0. It's the same one that's in our bio. I'm pretty sure it's still in our bio. The 1-0. Right there at the knees. Called for a strike. Slider 1-1. 1-1 count. I should still have you, Peter. Yeah, if you played in the league last year, it should come up. If not, I'll reach out to y'all. The 1-1. Down and away, 2-1. Two-1 count. Yeah, don't worry about that, B.A. I block everything unless I actually know who it is. The 2-1. Outside wide, 3-1. And it's in our bio, so it's not like we're giving you new information. The 3-1 count in the dirt, ball 4. So Marcell Ozuna comes off the bench. He doesn't get a base hit, but he does load the bases. And we go to the top of the order. I would say that means that Luke Williams will run for him because he's going to have to play shortstop next inning. Unless they give the other cat a chance. Let's see how they play that. Yeah, it will be Luke Williams. So bases are juiced, 2 outs. It's pathetic that Sticker's not putting him in the lineup these days. Ozuna is well liked in that clubhouse, unlike Snicker. Maybe that's what it is, but maybe he's just jealous of him. He always gives a professional at bat. See guys high-fiving him in the club, in the dugout. First pitch on the way to Profar's high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Profar, who went deep yesterday, we could use one here. The grand salami would tie this one up. The 1-0, high and inside, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch, down and in, 3-0. If you don't send it to us for the invite, then that's on you, because we've gone through this before where people say they want to play and then they never send us the email. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to chase you around the interwebs to find you. The 3-0 right down the pipe, 3-1. Profar taking that one all day, trying to work his way aboard. If they walk him, you're talking about a real problem, because Matt Olson stands on deck. And though he's been in the slump, nobody wants to see him with the bases juiced. The 3-1. Swing and a miss, 95. Right there on the inner cut. Thankfully he missed that one. He would have popped that one up for sure. So the runners will be on the move now. So anything that drops down into the gap should clear the bases with Luke Williams' speed. Payoff pitch, runners go, swing and a miss, strike 3. Man, Profar. We normally give a game ball away. We give the game bozo tonight is Profar for sure. The defense, the swinging at stuff in the dirt. That thing would hit him in the ankles if he laid off it. We'll be back in a flash. Braves trail 5-1.
Give me a phrase that somebody born after the year 2000 wouldn't understand.
Stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Hold on. Let me go check my encyclopedia.
Is it in the white pages or yellow pages?
Hey, call me after 6. My minutes are free.
You gotta put it on channel 3.
It's my money, and I need it now.
Please don't text me. It costs me a dime every time.
Y'all, this really took me off her top 8. Like, after everything we've been through, she's just gonna remove me from her top 8. Like we weren't ever friends. Like,
look at this girl. What's her story? She's got a decent bone structure. She was probably very pretty when she was young. Yeah. Probably spent her summers here, lounging on the beach and scooping ice cream.
But she didn't want her summers to end, so she got herself a fake ID and a push-up bra and started hanging out at the local bars.
Right. Developed a nasty coke habit because she loved the way it made her feel. But then extreme highs gave way to extreme lows, and she fell into a depression.
Had herself a kid. Thought it would give her a sense of purpose, and it did for a while, till she started using again.
And then social services came knocking at the door. Now the kid lives upstate with his grandparents because she can't take care of this kid. And here she is, festering away in a one-bedroom apartment, waiting for the HIV to turn into AIDS, and wondering,
You know I can hear you, right?
By the late 80s, George Brett was approaching the twilight of his career. The hits still came, and the average stayed high, but years of wear and tear were taking their toll. And after a slow start to 1990,
strike 3 call.
Questions began to surface about whether Brett's career was approaching its end.
Boy, that's about as upset as I have ever seen George Brett.
He's 37, the body is breaking down. His first half was the sort of bad that makes you think, oh, this is over.
He is thinking very seriously about retiring.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Love you.
Welcome back. Looks like Kenley's going to go out there for another inning of work. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball off the plate. It's 1-0. Kenley threw 13 pitches in that previous inning. I guess they're just planning on using him for a few and then shutting him down for a few. 1-0 off the plate, 2-0. 2-0 count. Kicks and fires. Right there for a strike. Looks like we've lost the. We'll check, see what's going on here. We'll just reset this whole thing because looks like it bugged out. The 2-1 outside wide, 3-1. So a 3-1 count. Joey Ortiz, 2 for 2. Why wouldn't he be? This guy, number 9 hitter, hitting 221, but he owns the Braves. The 3-1, ball 4. You can't beat him, get him to join us. We need to go get him in the offseason. Let him sit on our bench if nothing else. He'll head on down to first. Reds lead the Cubs 1-0. See if we got this straightened out now. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch misses to Durbin. Caleb Durbin, the leadoff hitter. It's 1-0. High and out of the zone. 2-0. 2-0 count. Stepping off the mound and gets back behind the plate. The 2-0. Floats a slider up there, 2-1. Braves 1, Brewers 5, top of the 7th. Pitch on the way, runner goes. Here comes the throw. Ozzie drops the ball. I don't know if he would have gotten him anyways. Brewers have been running left and right on the Braves catchers. Mark, you might want to check that again, man. We didn't get it from you. I think we had the same issue last year. Runner at second. Nobody out. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One down here in the top of the 7th. Luke Williams did stay into play short, which we already told you that was going to happen. First pitch on the way is a four-seamer off the plate. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Right there at the knees. Good slider. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch swung on, foul back, 1-2. The 1-2. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Now I'll tell you what, Kinley works slow compared to some of these other pitchers. Looks like Snicker's going to make a pitching change, which makes a lot of sense because you've got left-hander coming up, and he probably doesn't want Kinley to face the lefty. See who's coming out of the bullpen here in a second. When we return, Braves will go to the bullpen. I'm expecting a southpaw when we return. Might be Austin Cox. back. It is Austin Cox. Thought he might be coming in. Wasn't sure if they were going to do that or a couple other moves they can make, but I feel like we haven't seen him in a hot minute. Austin Cox coming in with a 3.24 ERA. He's another one that they can bring in for the bullpen for 2026. Save some money on elite back end. As the first pitch on the way is a slider down and away. It's 1-0. It really is amazing nowadays to me that the bullpen guys, talking about the middle relief, are not making more than they do, because you saw at the trade deadline, 1-0, chop foul down the line, 1-1. All the contenders were worried about getting bullpen. You didn't see the starting pitchers go like they used to. Years ago, the deadline, that was nothing but starting pitching getting dealt left and right. Now everybody wants bullpen. 1-1 count. Slider down and away, 2-1. Cox has been good. Dodd has been good. Of course, we still have Lee, and I really think it makes Bummer expendable. The 2-1 chops it foul. Will do it again. I don't know if anyone's going to give us much for Bummer, but if they'll just take him off the books and give us some depth in the bullpen down on the farm, I would take that. Pierce Johnson has been great. I mean, he won the pitcher of the month last year for Major League Baseball. The 2-2 chops it foul. So once again, a 2-2 count. You're going to clear the books with Ozuna and Iglesias money. You're going to be able to go over the cap, or the salary tax, I should call it, because it'll clear the slate. The 2-2, down and away, full count. Clearing that slate, that's a bigger deal than people realize. Everyone, all the people you read and everything this offseason is the payoff pitch, outside wide ball 4. He'll head on down to first. He was coming in to get the left-hander. Now he's got 2 right-handers. Actually, 6 in a row if he doesn't get anybody out. But all the media and the social media that write all these hit pieces and the clickbaits and everything in the offseason, they really did not take into consideration as the first pitch to Vaughn is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. They told you all the stuff. Well, Anthopoulos says this, and he's giving you coach speak. And they were never going to go over that threshold. I don't care what he told you. The 1-0, 94 right up top, it's 1-1. I believe what he meant by that was, if we are in it and have a chance to kick through the door for another championship, they're not going to have that hold them back at the trade deadline. Is the 1-1, fouls it back 1-2. So it wasn't a complete lie. But we were not in on, I mean, you looked at it and people reported that we were in on this player and that player, but none of our bids were ever close to what the players ended up signing for with other teams. So you can put a bid in on someone, but if it's not a serious bid, are you really in on it? The 1-2, down and in, 2-2. That's why we're doing 2 Braves Country Todays. Well, one we're going to rename probably MLB whatever, but it's going to be 2 baseball shows a week during the offseason, because I think it's going to be a busy one. The 2-2, swing, fouls it outside. We'll do it again. You'll get that on the Country Club membership, and then, of course, breaking news will jump up, too. Those 2 will be planned. And then, of course, you have the winners meeting, so that's going to be a busy week. The 2-2 in the dirt. Did he go around? They checked down the line. Said that he did not. Full count. The runners are going to be on the move now with 2 outs. Austin Cox being asked to come in, keep the game right where it's at. It's 5-1, 2 on, 2 out. The payoff pitch, runners go. Swing, fouls it back. Austin Cox looks in. The payoff pitch. Down and in, ball 4. He held up on that one. Gave kind of a half-hearted check swing, but nowhere did he go around. Now the bases are juiced and 2 outs. And Austin Cox will now face Collins. He had a 3-run shot last night. His 7th home run of the year. First pitch on the way is down and in. For a ball, it's 1-0. Tripled in the 6th tonight and scored a run. Infield back into the left. .0. Swing. Lifts it high and deep down the line, but that'll bend foul into the seats. Well right of the foul pole, 1-1. One count. This is 2-1. Yeah, Mark, you never sent it. We've checked it several times. The 2-1 pitch. Just grabs the top of the zone. 4-seam fastball, 2-2. Unless it's stuck in no man's land in the interwebs. I got Billy's. The 2-2. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. Two count. Swing, rips it up the middle. Base hit. 1 run will score. They're going to send the runner. Coming around, 2 runs will score. And the Brewers, fitting that the Milwaukee Brewers take a 6-pack lead. It's 7-1. Harris threw a rainbow into second base. So you'll have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And now the left-handed Terang takes a 4-seam fastball right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Cox normally pretty good, but you do wonder if he needs more seasoning to face right-handers. The 0-1 fouls it away 0-2. We've seen Austin Cox as an opener, as a swing man. He's done pretty well, but he might be one of these guys. I don't remember seeing him take on too many high-stress innings where he's inheriting runners. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. Some guys just do much better when they start an inning as opposed to coming in in a jam is not for the faint of heart. I mean, it takes seasoning. It takes a special kind of oomph from a pitcher. 1-2 count in the dirt, 2-2. So you got Deuces Wild now, 2 on, 2 outs, a 2-2 count, 2 across already. Pitch is in the dirt, full count. Now the runners will be off and going again. Austin brings it. The payoff pitch, swing, chops it over to Ozzie. Ozzie has it, flips it to first. He'll barely get him in time. It was kind of a half-hearted toss as they were breaking it down the line. One team is hustling and the other team is led by Brian Snicker. We'll be back in a flash.
Say the weird thing.
I'm a grown-ass man, but I still confuse the 2 words idea and ideal. It's not an idea situation.
Who's ready for some Ricky Henderson stories? Ricky is. After striking out in a game in Seattle, the next batter was walking past him and heard him say, "Don't worry, Ricky."
All right! I can't see you. Let me hear you. All right.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson from Ashby is right there for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 swung on, swatted up the middle. Worm burner. And
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
Matt Olson rips it up the middle. And it's a leadoff single for your Atlanta Braves. Drake Baldwin, the batter. Lefty, first pitch on the way, 97, down below the knees. It's 1-0. Biggest thing with Ashby since they've put him in the bullpen, he's increased his velocity. 1-0. Curveball up top, misses, high, 2-0. 2-0 count. Aaron Ashby, 1.87 ERA, pitch just off the edge, 3-0. So a 3-0 count. He is the brother of, or actually the nephew of Andy Ashby. I keep calling him Andy, but it's Aaron Ashby. Still have that in my head from years ago, the 3-0. Down below the knees, ball 4, so he misses on 4 consecutive pitches.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
The only strike that he has thrown in this inning was the base hit by Olson. That looked like it might have even been a touch out of the zone, but it's counted as a strike when it goes for a base hit. First pitch on the way to Smurf is a sinker down and in. It's 1-0. Jason just said in my ear on the other side, he goes, pull back the camera so they can see the double play. 1-0 curveball inside, 1-1. 1-1 count. Ashby, drafted by the Brewers in 2018 at a Crowder JUCO. Pitch on the waist, fouled back. It's 1-2. From Kansas City, Missouri. It's not too far away from Milwaukee. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Good snapping curveball. Good job by Murphy to lay off. Two on, nobody out. The 2-2 count. Deuce is wild. Misses inside, sinker, full count. So the Smurf trying to work his way aboard. Two on, nobody out. Braves trailed by a 6-pack. Payoff pitch, outside wide ball 4, so he'll head on down to first. They check down the line. He was already halfway up the line.
Call an emergency meeting.
It is a walk. It has been confirmed.
Don't try to fool me.
Michael Harris II will come to the plate. So bases loaded. Ducks all over the pond. They're going to have a quick mound visit. John was asking about Ozzie Albies and walking. He walked 12 times in the month of July. Last time that he walked, though, was August 1st against Cincinnati. So that was that Friday? Bases loaded, nobody out. Quick mound visit, and they'll go back. First pitch on the way is a Sinker at the knees, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. Outside wide. 0-2. Bad call by Malachi Moore. Bad Malachi. That pitch was well out of the zone. So an 0-2 count, which means Harris needs to shorten up his swing. The pitch. Oh, swing and a miss. Chase one off the pier. Strike 3. One away. I think we're starting to get a little bit of a clue. There is a camera down that they keep showing with a sign below it in the Brewers dugout, and there's one over in the Braves, and it's in a bulb. It's first pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. They'll come home for one. It's going to be a 1-2 put out. The bases will stay loaded, but first pitch swinging, first pitch dribbling, and the bases are still loaded, but now we got 2 outs. Anyways, the two, I mean, you don't have time to tell a story when Ozzie's up to bat. He's swinging at the first damn thing he sees. He needs to just go ahead and go home and play some golf, or play with those fishes that we always see. Eli White, the batter, first pitch, down and in, snapping curveball. It's 1-0. They're in little bulbs and they're right next to the dugout. Next time you get a chance to look at it, I think that's what they're doing the 3D offer, because it says in big letters in these little just Bobo signs is the 1-0 up top for a strike 1-1. And it says basically stand clear of the camera. It needs light at all times. I bet you that's how they're bringing in this 3D. 1-1 count in the dirt. Ball gets away. Not far enough. It rolled towards the third base side, so Drake will stay put. No sense of getting tossed out at home trailing by 6. Really didn't have much of a chance here. He would have had to have been running on that play to be able to make it home in time. 2-1 count. So now I think we've cracked the code on what they're using. The 2-1. Swing. Chops it foul, 2-2. Eli White has a home run, a double, halfway to the cycle. A triple right here could make things interesting. 2-2 count. Bases loaded. 2 outs. They'll be running on contact. The pitch down and in. Ball 3, 3-2. So now the runners will be on the move. Anything that got down in, we go shopping in the gap, it's going to be 3. The payoff pitch in the dirt, ball 4. So he'll send a run home.
Cursed be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us.
Second RBI of the night. Bases are loaded now, and Nacho coming to the plate. First pitch on the way to Nacho is down and away. It's 1-0. Nacho 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. The 1-0. Sinker on the edge. We got the second one, Mark. It looks like it. If you were in the league already, Mark, I might be able to send you an invitation. I'm not sure if it kept it. It normally does. The 1-1. Down and in, 2-1. So a 2-1 count, Nacho Alvarez. 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. Single here would score 2 and cut the lead to 3. Still got a ways to go. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. The 2-2 in the dirt, ball 3, 3-2. Ashby, by the way, this is going to be his 28th pitch of the game. of the inning. He's got runners all over the pond. And they'll be off on the move of the first heading towards home plate. Infield is playing back. They're not even holding the runners now, so they can get a really good running start if they want. The 3-2. Outside wide, ball 4. They're going to say he went around. That's a garbage call. First base umpire Andy Fletcher. This entire... maybe. I don't know. In that spot of the game, I think you got to make them earn it. We'll be back in a flash. Braves trail by 5. We go to the 8th inning. You know what that means. Time for a little 8 ball, baby.
106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses
and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
Okay.
Let's get it! Hey!
Afternoon, everybody.
I put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is not...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Drink a beer. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, we gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way. Mawson Cox is a slider out there on the outer edge to Perkins. It's 0-1, so he's back out there for another inning. 29th pitch of the two-inning outing is the 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Trying to preserve the bullpen. Trailing by 5. The 0-2 line drive out. One down. L6 in your scorecard. Looks like there's a first pitch on the way is a splitter off the edge. It's 0-1. Four seam at the knees. 1-1. Or 0-2, excuse me. He did get the call. It's 1-1 in Chicago. They're in the 7th inning. Reds threatening the 0-2. Chops it over to short. Fires it to first. 6-3. Good play by Luke Williams once again. 2 down. Pitch on the way is swung on by Ortiz. He lifts it high and deep. Are you kidding me? Going to the track and slamming into the wall, making the running catch is Michael Harris. 75% of this world is covered by water, the rest by Michael the Hawk Harris. We go to the bottom of the 8th, see if that might be the spark plug that gets the offense rolling here in a 5-run deficit.
Say the weird thing.
Okay. Do you ever brush your hair and then you see a few pieces come out, or you're outside and you touch your head or your hair and a couple pieces come out? Do you ever think that maybe one of them will fly off into the wind and it'll land in a crime scene and then you'll be convicted you didn't commit? Because sometimes I think about that.
Hey Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
When I was a boy, I played baseball, and I would go to baseball games as much as I could. One of the most important moments of the game was when the national anthem was played. Everyone stood up. I would go with my friends, we'd have on our baseball games and take them off. It was at this moment that there was a certain sense that we were all American. And when I would play the game with my friends, and we would be in the ballpark, we would follow the ritual that was at the stadium. And so we would have the national anthem, and we would sing the national anthem when we would play, playing in some playground somewhere, or some little grass field, and we would do the national anthem. And we put our hats over our hearts and everything. And I don't think there was anything in America that made me feel American except baseball. I felt connected with this country because of it.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Luke Williams. Misses out of the zone. It's 1-0. 1-0. Bender, top of the zone. Curveball. 1-1. Ashby out there for another inning. Brewers lead the Braves 7-2. Milwaukee expected to be in that postseason this year. They're having a duel with the Cubs. They're getting some help from Cincinnati right now. The Reds now lead at 4-1. After a good outing by Imanaga, the Chicago bullpen is crumbling. 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. Two count. Swing. That ball's rifled towards center field, but right at the center fielder out there. Perkins makes the catch. And away. One up, one down. Jurickson Profar. First pitch on the way is outside wide. It's 1-0. Profar, if you weren't with us earlier, you missed history. He had an all-timer kind of defensive play as the curveball down below the knees, 2-0. And I'm not talking about the good kind. I mean the kind he's going to be watching on blooper reels the rest of his days. It'll be all over all your media outlets tonight, but it was it just tells you the man's just not a good left fielder defensively. Pitch right there for a strike for outside. It's 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Swing, chops it up the middle. Right there. Weird hop, but Ortiz stuck with it. Fires it first, 2 away. Weird. That almost took his head off. He was in left. The ball was scalded over his head. He misread it, tried to leap for it, and then spun at the same time, and he face planted as the ball hit the wall. It was one of the damnedest things I've ever seen. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson swung on and lifted. Lazy fly ball to center, well underneath that one. And his mini slump continues. Braves go down in order. We go to the ninth, trailing by a nickel.
Say the weird thing.
If you have a whole lot of junk to get rid of, it's cheaper to go buy a storage unit for $29.99 a month, pay for it for 1 month, and never do it again, rather than to go buy a $300 rollaway dumpster. Plus, you get a little extra side mission to where you can actually go to the auction and watch somebody buy your junk.
All right, I wanted to touch base about tomorrow. Sam, I know that you already arrived in D.C. I'll be there later on this evening. Brian, what is your status right now?
Yeah, so I just landed in Washington as well, so I should be all set for the...
Brian, why are you still at the airport? You should have been on the same flight as Sam, no?
Wait, yeah, I actually didn't see you, Sam. I mean, my flight was like 6 hours.
My flight was 1 hour. Yeah, Brian, you're in Washington, D.C., not Washington State, correct?
Wait, is there a difference?
There's an enormous difference, Brian. They're on opposite sides of the United States, different coasts.
Brian, did you read the travel folder handbook I gave you? Because it had your ticket and itinerary in there. You didn't have to buy your own flight.
Okay, well, I don't have enough room in my luggage for like 20 handbooks. I don't get like...
Wait, well, maybe a handbook would have been helpful because you ended up in the wrong damn city.
Okay, well, I feel like sometimes I work in like the tortured HR department. This is like...
Is that a Taylor Swift reference, Brian?
No, that'd be unprofessional. I don't think, like...
There's nothing unprofessional about Taylor Swift.
The same crew that demolished Ebbets Field now took down the Polo Grounds. Other old stadiums would fall fast, victims of decaying inner-city neighborhoods and urban renewal. Sportsman's Park in St. Louis, Forbes Field in Pittsburgh with its formal gardens, and Philadelphia's palatial Shibe Park, where Connie Mack had worked for 42 years. The era of John McGraw and Ty Cobb and Honus Wagner now seemed very far away.
Austin Cox is going to go out there and try to finish the game here. He's given us 1 1/3 inning so far. As the first 2 pitches, one was for a strike, the other one's banged off the plate, and it's 0-2. Top of the order he'll face. Braves trailing by 5. Cox at 37 pitches. They're going to try to get him through here. The 0-2. Chops it foul. Do it again. They can option him back down. He still has options. They can option Cox back down. And then because of the double header, they'll have some leeway there. Is the 0-2. Down below the knees. 1-2. And they may decide to keep him up. It's going to be a seesaw adventure come September. The 1-2. Lifts it into shallow left center field. The ball is going to be making the sliding catches Profar. Good sliding catch by Profar. Give him a Bronx cheer there. Considering the night he's had. Done are my days thinking that he could possibly play the infield. If he can't play left field better than what he does defensively, that you're just going to have to deal with his defensive ineptitude out there. First pitch to Contreras misses for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 lefty-righty matchup. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. That said, they got to get someone to work with him during the season, but in the offseason, somebody needs to work with him on nothing but defense out there in left field. Because he is becoming, I mean, we know it to be true. If you have a defensive liability, it finds you in this game. 1-1 off the plate, 2-1. If you could hide somebody in left field, we would have done it with Ozuna a long time ago. The 2-1 fouls it back, 2-2. 2-2, down and in, 3-2. Payoff pitch, swung on, chopped down the line, foul. We're off the freaking deep end now. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good slider, 2 down. Two up, 2 down here in the 9th. That will bring the number 3 hitter, Christian Yelich. Yelich takes the first pitch down and in. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing, chops it foul. 1-1 count. Braves trail by 5. We still got the 9th inning. Seen stranger things with this team. The 1-1. Swing, swats it foul, 1-2. Of course, normally we're the ones leading when you see the game unravel. The 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. Four-seam fastball. He's at 50 pitches now, Austin Cox. For all intents and purposes, they probably are sending him down because you won't be able to use him for 4 or 5 days. The 2-2. Chops in front of the plate. Just foul. Tried to jump on it. Wait a minute, are they calling him out? I guess they are. That ball must have rolled fair, and Yelich just stood there. Drake went over and tapped him on the, Murph went over and tapped him on the pocket, and that'll end the inning. We'll be back in a flash, see if we can shock the world at 7-2 Brew Crew.
If you're making sandwiches, always leave the knife hanging over the sink in case you want one later. Be a man.
Yellow. Didn't I just ask you not to pick up? No, you said I should hang up and you'd call right back. Okay, what I meant was I wanted the machine to get it, not you. I'm trying to check my messages. You want me to just check them for you? No, thank you, no. Last time you did that, you erased all the messages and our outgoing messages and unplugged the lamp. Just let it ring, okay? That's your world. I just live in it. Yellow.
Most people don't examine the meaning of the word exploitation. I think if you ask most people, they would say to be exploited is to have a low wage, whereas the real meaning of it is to have a tremendous discrepancy between what your services are worth and what you are paid.
In 1946, the major league owners had established a minimum salary of $5,000 a year. In 1966, midst of a decade dedicated to change, it had risen only $2,000. 2 months before the 1966 season began, Sandy Koufax and Don Drysdale demanded a raise from their owner, Walter O'Malley, insisting that he negotiate with them as a pair. Without their combined talents, they felt, the Dodgers were sure to end up in the cellar. They also insisted that the Dodgers deal with their agent, something new in baseball, not with them. An infuriated O'Malley refused. Baseball is an old-fashioned game with old-fashioned traditions, he said, and since the reserve clause barred their trying to play for anyone else, he resolved to wait them out.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. Atlanta Braves trail by 5. Anderson on. Try to close this one out for the Brew Crew. But it's going to take a second because his pitch comm device wasn't working. They run one out there to him. Seems like he's ready to go. Grant Anderson, right-hander with a 3.29 ERA. 28-year-old. Originally drafted by the Mariners out of Port Arthur, Texas. Went to college ball at McNeese State. For those of y'all who live in the Mid-South. First pitch on the way is a sweeper right there on the intercut. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Drake Baldwin quickly down 0-2. Infield is back into the right. Same two teams back at it tomorrow night. It'll be Spencer Strider Day. The 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Spencer Strider Day comes about once a week.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah! Of course, his last start was skipped. He's supposed to pitch Saturday night. First pitch on the way to Sean Murphy. Hey, he chops it over to third. Way to work that count. 5-3 put out, 2 away. Sean Murphy 0 for 4 once again. And somehow Ozuna's not getting in the game, man. It just, I don't understand it. Harris, the last hope for the Braves. 2 up, 2 down. First pitch on the way is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup, the 1-0. Swing, chops it foul, 1-1. 1-1 count. Harris 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts and a pop-out. We are so back. The 1-1 pitch. Brings it. Fouls it away. 1-2. He's still got that bad habit. And everyone was patting him on the back for changing his batting stance. But it's the swing. It's the follow-through. It's the popping up. It's the rounded swing that he's been doing. When he's really laying into it, he's got a solid swing that pulls towards the gaps. The 1-2. Pops it up over third base side, and would have ended the game. But the third baseman over there, Durbin, get little alligator arms over there. Got scared of the ball or something. He was about 2 or 3 feet away from the screen, and I guess thought he was going to run into it. What if someone scared the hell out of him over there? Get it! The 1-2. Down and in, 2-2. Kind of want to save that for when the game's actually on the line. 2-2 count. Braves down to the last strike. If Harris can get on, Ozzie Albies stands on deck. The 2-2. Swing, rips it towards right center field, and that's down for a base hit. That's more the swing we're looking for. Harris rounding first, heading to second, and he'll stand in with a 2-out double. So we're not quite dead yet.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
Ozzie Albies 0 for 4. Pop out, a strikeout, a pop out, and a ground out. First pitch on the way is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Good to see you, Freedom. I think I saw Razor Quack dip in here too, along with Nicholas. The 1-0. Inside 2-0. 2-0 count. And they were having an argument today on X on who was the NL MVP for the National League. I don't think it's close. I think it's PCA for the Cubs, the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. They all want to just look at the home run number. You look at that WAR, because Ohtani's only pitched, 10 innings maybe this year, so that's not really a stat you're leaning on. And Schwarber doesn't play defense at all as the 2-1. Rifled down the first base line, but fouled. And I just saw a PCA in the back corner. He made a sliding catch. His base running, I mean, everything about that kid. Probably could have got him for a steal last year to put enough cards on the table. The 2-2. High and out of the zone, full count. Eli White stands on deck. Tying run is represented by Luke Williams. 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Outside wide ball 4. So here we go, baby. Ozzie Albies heads on down to first.
I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz and nobody beats me.
Runners on first and second. One out. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. The sweeper off the plate. It's 1-0. Normally pull the camera back, we'll keep it right on the batter because the game is at the plate. The 1-0. Swing, rifles it back, foul. 1-1. A solo shot and a double. 2 for 3 on the night for Eli. Get a base hit here and get it in extra innings, he could triple his way into a cycle. The 1-1. Swing, rolls it over. It's going to be a tough play by the pitcher. He'll fire it to first, and a good play. I did not think there was any way Garrett Anderson was going to make that play, but man, 1-3 put out, and that'll end the inning. That'll end the game. Grant Anderson with a good defensive play off the mound, beating the speedy Eli White, the 6th fastest man in Major League Baseball, and that'll be it. Braves lose a tough one, 7-2. And this team just keeps falling further and further under 500. 2 runs, 8 hits, 1 error by your Braves. 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors by the Brewers. Same 2 teams at it tomorrow night. It is Spencer Strider night, so we've got a chance. And I believe the weather's supposed to behave. Hopefully we won't get any of this rain all over the place. Y'all have a great night, Braves country. Wish it was better circumstances, but we always enjoyed the ride with y'all. Have a great one. Closing time, last call. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. We'll see you. Casey at the bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville 9 that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first, and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.